Okay, so if you ever found yourself sailing along and you're thinking, okay, it's probably about time that we tack, where you're sailing in towards the beach and you're thinking, okay, we better go for a tack here, and we'll go for a tack. Okay, we don't seem to have quite made it, and the boat's turning back towards the beach. So what are we going to do? We're running out of space. We don't want to be going for a jibe. There's lots of people swimming, and we're a bit close to the beach. Oh, I know. I think this is actually what is called the combined turn. Right, so this is a special one. So we go like that. We'll let the jib off. We'll go across the boat. All right, so we failed again. So we're going to jump in. Can we touch the bottom? Yeah, just about. So now we're just going to push the boat through the wind. Definitely the best way to tack. Just going to try to get back on without the boat sailing off. All right, smashed it. Using a trapeze handle. It's an easy way to get on. I can't get it to tack. What is going on? It can be the most frustrating part of catamaran sailing, is not being able to tack the thing. So what we're going to look at here is the main reasons why your tacks are not successful. Okay, so we're sailing along, time to tack. We're going to initiate the tack, turning into the wind. Oh, and we didn't quite make it. We're stuck head to wind. When we're stuck head to wind, best way of getting out of that is by, if it's light winds, pushing the boom out, having the rudders the wrong way, and then we're effectively reversing round the corner there. All right, so we can get going again and try again. So the reason that tack was no good is because we had no main sheet on. So let's correct that and see how she pops through. So when we're ready to go into the tack, we'll pull on as much main sheet as we can, and then we're going through the wind. As soon as we head to wind, we'll let the main sheet off, and then we'll go across the boat, and there we are, we're through. Nice little tidy tack there. All right, so that's number one, not enough main sheet on. All right, this time we're going to pull the main sheet in tight, and we'll push her up into the wind. Okay, and it looks like the boat just won't get going here. Now, the reason the boat won't get going is because we didn't let any main sheet off. So what we really need to do is, as soon as the boat is head to wind, we need to be releasing a load of main sheet. The more main sheet we release, the more success you're going to have in tacking the boat. All right, so we're sailing along and we're getting ready for our tack. So we know we've got to pull the main sheet in, and now we're going to go into the tack. We know we've got to let the main sheet off. So again, we're not really coming out of the tack there. So the reason that tack wasn't so good was because we weren't starting the tack close to the wind. As we pull the main sheet in ready for the tack, we should be taking the boat as close to the wind as possible. The way that we can do that is we can pull the jib in tight, and then watching the telltales on the jib, as we bring the main sheet in, We're just watching so that the inside telltales start lifting, and maybe even if it's windy, the front part of the jib starts flapping, and that's the sweet spot to start the tack from. Okay, let's go for another one. Ready to tack? Here we go, we're tacking. Okay, that's a failed tack. Did anyone see what was wrong there? Apart from the fact that I was deliberately trying to not succeed with the tack. Okay, so what happened in that one was, as I was crossing the boat, I wasn't focusing on keeping the rudders pushed across at the same angle, which meant that as we were head to wind, the rudders went the other way for a second, meaning that the boat stopped turning through the wind. So another fail. Okay, so time for another tack. We're sheeting in the mainsail hard. You've probably spotted what the problem is here already. And we're going up into the wind, main sheet off. Okay, and not a particularly good tack there. I'm sure you spotted that one. Reason it wasn't so good was because we had the Traveller all the way out. So when we're tacking, we want to have the Traveller at least to the toe straps, even when it's windy, and that will give us a lot more drive into the wind. But you may think, oh, it's very easy to say pull the main sheet in as tight as you can, and then, but what if there's like 16 knots of wind and you're going to start lifting the hull? Well, we've got more wind than before, so as I start to pull the main sheet in, there is a juicy gust coming. So as we start to pull the main sheet in, it is likely we're going to start feeling a bit overpowered. I've still got more to come in there as well. Yeah, we're lifting the hull. So all I have to do is head up more into the wind, and that works by taking the power off, and it reduces the angle that we have to steer through. So now if we go through the tack from here, I'm just going to uncleat the main and hold it before initiating the tack, and then going to initiate. When we're head to wind, I let off a load of main sheet. I'm even going to push the boom a little bit with my back just to help it there. And then we can bring the jib across. Okay, and there we go. We're just sailing the boat on a close reach. Okay, and we think, all right, we'll go for a tack there. So I'm going to push the rudders across. And we get stuck. So that is the first one. We can't tack a catamaran from anything other than a close hauled course. Number two, all right, so we're going for a tack. Let's have the Traveller in the middle this time. All right, we're going for a tack. Going to push the rudders across. Oh, and we didn't make it. Okay, so there, what we did is we tried to cross the boat too soon to be successful with the tack. All right, so we're going to go for another tack. We've got the jib in nice and tight. Let's have the main in nice and tight this time. How can we fail? All right, so here we go, turning into the wind. uncleating the main. Oh, banging the helmet. Oh, and we're in a bit of a floggy mess there. Oh, but we did actually make it. We've gone round. Now that we've gone round, quite important to let the jib off, otherwise we might capsize. But that still wasn't a particularly good tack, because what we did is when we were going across the boat, we allowed the rudders to change course. So we really want to keep those rudders on the same course as we go through. All right, so this time we're really close to the wind. Let's even get the jib in tight so we can sail close to the wind by watching the telltales. All right, we're now going to initiate the tack. Okay, and that's as far as we get. Why was that? It's because we didn't have the main sheet pulled in. All right, so here we go. We're going for success this time. All right, so I'm pulling the main sheet in tight, but as I do that, the boat wants to lift the hull. So how can we deal with this? Well, what we're going to do is we're just going to let the boat come a little bit closer to the wind, which is actually sorting out two of our problems, the main sheet and our angle to the wind. And now we're going to initiate the tack. Okay, and as you'll have seen there, that popped through very easily. So your three key points with the tacking is, firstly, in your preparation, be sailing as close to the wind as you can. Second point is you have to have the main sheet in tight and then make the main sheet loose as soon as you head to wind. The third point is when you start to turn, make sure that your angle of turn stays in the right direction throughout the tack.